Okay, so I'm bike touring, bikepacking the Colorado Trail over 14 days, 2 weeks, 14 days of riding, or 13 days of riding, and 1 rest day over that. This is my bike. I'm riding a Scott Spark with 2.4-inch Maxxis Recons, front and rear, GX Axis rear derailleur, 170mm dropper post, and 100mm front and rear fork suspension, with ergon bar ends and erg supported grips for comfort. And then my bag setup that I'm running is a roll top front bag, which belay straps onto the Salsa handlebar cradle, which is up here. I have an Apidura long top tube bag. I have a custom frame pack that goes in the frame. I have a tail fin equipment down tube pack, and then a tail fin rear aero pack with a peanut butter container that I have belay strapped onto the back here as well for tools. And then the last thing I have is just a simple dry bag that goes on the side of my rack here. So let's over this. In here I have a pair of shoes, nothing else. It is designed so that if these get wet, then I can put them in there wet, and then none of my gear gets wet and everything as well, and they will stay dry if it rains. Okay, for the down tube bag, what's going in here is first aid kit, pretty important. In here I have bandage tape, emergency blanket, some ibuprofen, Benadryl, band-aids, alcohol swabs. We have a splint, have some antibiotic ointment, and like an itch cream as well. Very simple first aid kit. And then I have granola breakfast. This is for 2 people, and then my mom who's going with me has the other breakfast. Then we have dried fruit to go with it and make it taste better. I have a high volume pump. This is my only tool that's not in a peanut butter container. It's got electrical tape and duct tape wrapped around it. And then I have a miniature little backpack for if you're doing resupplies or you need to go shopping or anything like that as well. Okay. And then in the side pocket of my frame pack, I have 4 spokes that fit my bike. I have a spare Axis battery ready to be handy. I have insect repellent, because you never know when you might want it. A T10 Allen wrench for tail fin aero pack, and a headlamp that goes as well. Okay, and then in the front roll bag, this guy, I have on one end I have my sleeping bag, a pair of long underwear for sleeping in, and a collapsible snap fold bowl. And then on the other side of that pack, I have a Nemo Hornet 2-person tent that I'm sharing with my mom. I have a sleeping pad and MSR water filter, pump water filter that goes in there as well. And then I had a little Dyneema dry bag with a zipper for my electronics. And in here I have a BioLite head battery pack for 20,000 milliamp hours, a wall charger with 2 ports, a Saigo light rear bag, a SRAM Axis battery charger. This is a Phoenix BC26R front headlight, the mount for my front headlight as well, micro USB cord, lightning cell phone cord, USB-C cord, and the cord for my navigation, which I'm using a Coros watch. And then in the top tube bag, I have a little thing of sunscreen. This little thing of sunscreen right here is what's in there, and then the rest of it is snacks, and I'll empty that. I'll eat what's in there during the day and then refill it continuously as we go throughout the trip. And then in the main pocket of the frame bag, I have the rest of my bars of snacks. They go in this, they're in this packing cube here. I have tent poles. I have a tamale, which is really good, canned sardines, some electrolytes, a dehydrated meal, and finally some gummy worms. And then for the rear pack here, I have tent stakes. I have a little shovel with some toilet paper to go in it, and then I have my raincoat right on top, ready to be handed. And then in the side mesh pockets of this aero pack, I'm keeping a pair of gloves for long finger. And then as well as in that aero pack, I'm using the small tail fin packing cube with all of my clothes, which are right there in it, and then the kitchen aero pack packing cube has food and extra water storage nutrition in it. And then on the clothes side of things, I have a pair of rain pants. I have a pair of shorts to wear when you get to camp. They're just little short running shorts. I have down coat, extra pair of shorts. I have a lightweight wool shirt for sleeping in. I have a sun shirt because it feels really nice to get out of the sun. And then a pair of knee warmers for when you're riding and it's a little bit cold out and you want just a little bit extra. And then in the rear food bag, I have one pad thai dehydrated meal and one chicken coconut curry dehydrated meal, as well as a loaf of bread for lunches, and then 2 singular 1-liter platypuses that go in there as well. And then on the outside of the small packing cube, I have wet wipes and toothbrush and toothpaste. And then finally for tools, all of my tools live in this peanut butter container. It's a Costco peanut butter container, and it fits really nicely on the outside of the air pack. And then in there, I have a real rag for chain cleaning and a shop rag as well. I have a tire lever, Wolf Tooth W1 chain lube. I have a spare tube. I have 3 individual zip ties. You never know. Let's see, 2 sets of brake pads, a spare cleat and bolts, 3 valve cores, spoke nipples. I have a little thing of super glue. I have a little torque multi ratchet set, and then I also have a set of bacon strips. The only thing I do not have is I have a quick link electrical tape to my brake hose, and I have a chain tool, or my mom has a chain tool, and she also has the stove that we're taking as. We have the MSR wind burner stove is what we're taking. And then I have a CR32 shifter battery for my thing. And that's it. That's my bike rig for the Colorado Trail.